So I've only got one sound hooked up over here. There it is. But over here.
Okay. Again. Hey everybody, this is Wexula. Forgive me if I'm a little awkward because I'm not used to staring at myself in the camera, especially on my phones. But I'm gonna do a vlog about my armor that I'm currently working on right now. It's 6 days until Emerald City Comic Con, and I'm working on the Halo 4 Hunter. It's really cool. We only have 6 days to finish it. I'm really hoping we get it done on time because we kind of entered it into the Masters division of the costume contest at Emerald City. So I'm going to show you what we have so far. Here's the helmet that I'm working on right now. I'm working on getting the worms all situated on it. We're using foam pipe insulation, and we'll be scoring it and painting it and... Hi kitty, move please. And gluing that in, hopefully with a fabric backing so we can be able to remove it. Over here we have the assault cannon and the shield arm with the shield not attached. And over here we have the chest piece hanging up there so I can actually work on it and not have to be on the floor. It's as tall as I am, and that is, I'm 5'6". It's as tall as me, so that's to put it to scale on how big this project actually is. I feel like I'm in a spaceship when I wear it, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, I can't see crap, which is terrifying because I need to walk around in this thing, and I won't be able to see where I'm going. There's Donut. Anyways, here is the carapace and the spike pieces that will go on the back. This connects to the chest piece. There are the boots right there, and they stop right at my thigh, which shows how tall, another to scale reference. So I just glued in the worms on the boots, and we have to do the worms for the rest of the armor, which is going to be a lot of fun and a lot of time spent. Meow meow, shush, I'm recording. And yeah, it's just a lot of work. We're trying to get it done this weekend. It is like 11:30 on Saturday. It's not a lot of time, and we're trying to get this done, so I should probably stop recording now. It is Friday morning, it is around 7:40, and we are going to Emerald City Comic Con today. We finished The Hunter! I'm so excited! Not everything, like special effects and that kind of thing that I wanted to get done is in the suit, but it is in a presentable state, and that's all I care about right now. We managed to fit everything except one piece of armor into my car. This, my SUV. So just to show you how things are fitting in my car, I can only open it one way without everything falling out. It's just through this window part, so let me get that open. My car is absolutely packed to the brim. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I got an email from the Emerald City Comic Con staff this morning that the lift to the stage is broken. Well, this is not a big problem, but what will happen is we will have cameras and lights all over us while we walk around the front of the stage. So it's going to be even bigger deal to accentuate how big this costume is, because we can't even get up on the stage. We're going to be taller than the stage. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really nervous. I'm nervous. I haven't eaten breakfast yet because I'm that excited, and I have to pick up Sam in like 5 minutes. Now. So, excuse me. So yeah, it's morning. We need to go. We're leaving in at around 9, so we should be in Seattle around 12 or 1 o'clock. It usually takes 3 to 4 hours to drive up there. I can't believe my car fits only one costume. I don't even know if my backpack with my human clothes in it will fit, and I have to wear those under the hunter costume. Don't expect me to be naked. So that's all I got for this morning's vlog. I will update more. I'll probably add it into one whole big collab. Yeah, so I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'm Alexis. In the suit is my friend Jeremy. We have been working on this costume since November, every weekend for about 12 hours per day, up until this last weekend. So that's about 1,000 hours of work.
Just so, as we turn it over to the judges for questions, you guys, if you've had your look, you can, oh, you got a microphone there, you're good to go. But yeah, we did verify preliminary judging. She does wear it, she does walk in it. So this is a fully equipped suit for either of them. So also kudos on versatility. So what questions do you have for our storm hunter this evening?
Can you tell us a little bit about the different materials that you used for the construction of the costume?
It is mainly EVA foam. A lot of the costume, you can see here, are just basic geometric shapes, and I'm filling. I just reference pictures and drew on all the details and used X-Acto blade to carve them out. These lava lamps here are vacuum formed plastic. We took a vase from Goodwill and just vacuum formed over it and hoped they would work, and it did.
So tell me a little bit about the mobility. Like, how is he able to walk and move around?
The feet are made, it's a base of drywall stilts. And we just took a plywood platform and did the footprint of the shoe and bolted it to the bottom, and we just built the boots around it.
Is there any kind of visibility in there? Oh wait, I see eyes. Oh my goodness.
He's got a little leg hole, but that's about it. You can't see anything else.
I don't know if any of you guys in the back can see this, but there's a lot of light work involved in this. I don't know if you guys can drop the lights just a little bit.
Can we drop the lights there?
There's also a dagger in the back, which I think is pretty fun.
I don't know if we get the lights up, if they hear us back in the booth, they can drop those lights for us.
A Spartan did try to stab it once, it didn't work out so well.
Once.
Just once.
All right.
Great.
Is there any more questions, or are we good to go? Good to go. Let's welcome. Stoic, you got room in you for one more.
Yeah, I can do one more.
All right, brother. Let's get everyone on either side of our very large, lumbering friend. And do we have our medals? Masters Round Emerald City Comic Con in third place. Let us cheer for Tony Stark. In second place master, let's give a large round of applause for Celis. So many different types of craftsmanship, so many different things to consider. All right, Stoic. As the Grandmaster last year, please go stalk and don't kill, but give our award to our winner this year. It goes to...
Hey guys, and thank you for watching this short video of some of the behind the scenes things that we did with the Hunter costume. A lot of this stuff was just us testing some things out when we were building this costume. Let me break down how the whole convention went. Saturday was the day that the costume contest was supposed to be. We had a photo shoot in the morning with a bunch of other members of the 405th Costuming. 405th is a costuming group that's a worldwide group of Halo costumers. There's other people who do other stuff as well, but it's mainly Halo. Saturday morning, we met up with a bunch of 405th members to do a photo shoot with the Hunter. And we were also asked to do an interview for Cosplay Boom, which is a online TV miniseries about costumers and their lives. It's not a reality show like other shows that have been seen on TV. This actually talks about cosplay and not all the different drama that comes with being pointed at a camera. They asked some really good questions about what our costume was. They asked a bunch of other things like what inspired us to make this costume and what got us into the video game Halo. For me personally, they never put this into the video, but for me it was because of my dad. And my dad and I have been playing video games together since I was like 5 or 6 years old. He got me a Game Boy, he got the PlayStation, and he and I would play Gran Turismo together. I usually went the opposite direction of the racetrack, but I always chose the old Corvette because it was really fast, and I like fast cars. I eventually got better. My dad got us an Xbox eventually, and we tried out the Halo demo, which played, in the demo, it played the level Silent Cartographer, and we got so good at that we could play this level through without really even trying anymore. We eventually got the full game, and we would play that all the time, and that was a thing that my dad and I bonded over. Eventually I got better than him. It didn't take that long for me to get better than him at it. I was like 7 years old when Halo came out, so 2001, it's 2015, I'm 21 years old. Yeah, I was about 7. I'm not mathing right now, I'm not gonna try. And so I got into costuming when I was in high school. It was the summer before my senior year in high school, and I started making my first costume, which was the Halo 3 Master Chief. I was making it out of fiberglass, and it took me roughly 200 hours to put together, and I actually made it into my senior project for my senior year in high school, and I got a big ol' A out of it because my teachers thought it was the coolest thing. They never knew that somebody could make a costume like this before. So, did that. I wanted to make a second costume to base it off of Agent Texas from Red vs. Blue, and so I made that one also out of fiberglass, and then I met some friends, my friend Jeremy, for example. I met him at the fire department Halloween night, where I was standing in front of the fire station in my Agent Texas costume, welcoming kids and going, "Come on, come get some candy from the firefighters," because my dad's a firefighter. And Jeremy was there, and his costume was made out of foam. And I saw how nice foam was, and I started transitioning my fiberglass costume into foam because it's a lot more lightweight. It's cheaper. I don't have to subject myself to resin, which can be toxic if you don't use a filtered mask and that kind of thing. And I say that kind of thing a lot. And so we went to conventions together, we became close friends, and it was my 21st birthday last year that I talked to Jeremy, and I was like, "Do you want to build a hunter with me?" And he's like, "I've actually been wanting to make a hunter too for a really long time." I'm like, "Awesome." And then we built this giant thing that you guys see, that you guys have seen some video for. So, revolving back to what I was talking about, it was my dad that got me into Halo. And he keeps saying, "Oh no, I didn't do that, that was all you." And I'm like, "Dad, if you hadn't bought us Halo in the first place, I never would have gotten to this point." And he goes, "I just opened the door, you walk through it." He may be right about that, but at the same time, if my dad didn't show me that door, I still wouldn't be here. So I thank my dad for a lot of stuff. So the hunter was a really ambitious project, to say the least. It, the hours that we put into it, Jeremy and I, we put about 1,000 hours into this one costume. I've been working on it on and off since July, which is when my birthday was, and then I had some work that I had to do for my current job, and we didn't really get to ramp up production for this project until about November. And that's when we started working every weekend, about 12 hours a day, for each day of that weekend, and then we got it finished the day before we left for the convention, which was crazy. The materials we put into it, more than a dozen packs of EVA foam in packs. Those packs are in packs of 4, and they're 2x2 squares. I actually have some in the corner of my room right now, and I have 2 more packs I have 1.5 packs in my room, and then I have 2 more packs in my car, and that was just to make sure that we had enough to build this stuff. And Jeremy still has like 5 or 6 packs of this stuff at his house, because we didn't know how much we needed, but we needed a lot. And that doesn't count all of the hot glue, PVC pipes, and all that kind of stuff. We got some special mechanic joysticks that we could do the voices with. It has 6 buttons on the top and then a trigger on the base, and each button did a different sound that the hunter made. And you guys saw that in the video. And so with all of this stuff put together, there was about $2,500 to $3,000 worth of materials in this costume, which is a lot. A lot of this stuff we already had, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And a lot of the costs we did have to make were split between us too, because Jeremy and his wife Alice, they have their own money and I have my own money. So if one of us had tried to do this on our own, we probably wouldn't have been able to make it. So I was more of the aesthetic part of the hunter. It was a lot of the painting and the designing in the foam, and Jeremy did all the infrastructure and the wiring up of the lights and the sounds and stuff. So we each had our own part to play, and it was a really interesting experience putting this all together. We've gotten a lot of attention from this costume. We reached 250,000 people that one weekend. Our likes on Facebook more than tripled. We were at 700 before the convention, and that was just us naturally gaining all those fans, and all we were doing was just posting progress pictures of what we were doing. And then once the convention hit and we actually had full pictures of the hunter as its final product, we had jumped from 700 likes to 2,500 likes. So that's a couple multiples of that, which was amazing. We hit Tumblr, we hit Instagram, we hit a bunch of other different sites. We were on the Halo subreddit for a little while. The Imager image, it hit 200,000 people within an hour. And then the subreddit got 1,000 upvotes in an hour of it being posted. So it's amazing the amount of people that got to see this and thought it was so cool. I'm kind of rambling into this. So if you guys have any questions about our hunter costume, feel free to ask in a comment below. I'm still getting used to this whole camera thing, so I don't know what to do with my arms yet. So yeah, just ask questions. We'll do what we can to answer them. We've already been confronted by a few people on the side, interview questions and that kind of thing for inspiration and what we used and just the basic questions of how we put this thing together, because nobody's done a full-scale hunter before. I don't know if you guys realize this, but this thing is huge. When I'm wearing it, it's meant for me. This is my costume. When I'm wearing it, I'm 10.5 feet tall in it. With just the stilts, I'm 8 feet tall. We did that on purpose, so when Jeremy is wearing his stilts in his hunter, he'll be 8 feet tall, and I'll be 8 feet tall when I'm in my stilts. So his stilts are a little shorter than mine, but that means that the armor is the same scale, so we don't have to worry about reworking scale or anything like that. We can use our same templates over again. We don't know when we're making Jeremy's costume yet. this one over the last 5 months has been really painful on us physically and emotionally, and probably monetarily as well. So we don't know when Jeremy's is going to be done, but with my costume, anyways, my costume, I'm 10.5 feet tall. When we were doing the costume contest, Jeremy wore the costume for the costume contest. We just did a couple of adjustments with the stilts so his feet could work on it okay. A couple of the parts were a little disproportioned when Jeremy put it on, like the neck and the head were a little too high above the chest piece, so the worms were poking out of the back. But that's not that big of a deal. I didn't put those worms on very well anyway, I just wanted it to be done. But when Jeremy's wearing it, he's about 12 feet tall. There's an image going around of me standing behind Jeremy, directly behind him, and I'm just dwarfed. And we had that in that video where Jeremy is walking around by himself, and I was just kind of hovering around making sure nobody was trying to knock him down or anything like that, because somebody tried. He was walking around, and we didn't intend for this to happen. There was like 100 people who stopped just to look at us. Luckily we were in an area where we weren't causing too much of a traffic jam, and even if we did cause a traffic jam, nobody seemed to care, because we were this giant costume that nobody had seen before, and we had lights, and we make sounds, and it's 12 feet tall! And we were literally the tallest thing at that convention. But that convention was the best convention that I had ever gone to. This is the 3rd time I've gone to Emerald City Comic Con. This is the 2nd time I've been in a costume contest for Emerald City. I didn't go last year. I went the year before that, and it was with some friends and Jeremy, and we all dressed up in our own respective Spartan armors, and we actually won the group contest, group cosplay thing category for the costume contest, and that's actually this little thing I have hanging up here. We didn't place for anything we didn't place at all in the Masters division of the costume contest with the Hunter. A lot of people think that we were robbed. A lot of people are like, oh, that was so rigged and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't really think so. There's a little bit of bias in there, but I'm not going to get into it. The people who did place had really well-polished costumes. They were beautiful pieces. The girl who got 2nd place, she started crying on stage, and it was adorable. She worked really hard on that costume. You can tell everything she did on that was handmade. Everything. Probably not the cloth itself, but all the detail that she put into it. It's just amazing how well she put that together, and she was crying, and she didn't expect to win anything at all. In the video of the placement for the costume contest, there was somebody yelling, "Halo 4 Hunter!" And Jeremy nodded. It's like, yeah. I don't know if I'm winning, but yeah. And there were a lot of people who laughed. There were so many people who, when I was outside of costume, they're like, oh, are you dressing up for this con? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, what are you dressing up as? I'm like, oh, I'm dressing up as the Halo 4 Hunter. A lot of people, surprisingly, don't know what that is. I guess Halo isn't as broad as I thought it was. But when I took out my phone and started showing them pictures, they're like, that's you? So, even though we didn't win, I was in email communications with one of the costume staff from Emerald City Comic Con, and she was really nice with us. She made sure that we had everything we needed to be prepared for the stage. There was a plan to have a lift that got the Hunter up on the stage so we could actually tower down and look down at the little people, but the lift was actually broken, so we couldn't use that. And so, even though we didn't win, the girl who was Harley on stage, that was the staff member who we were talking to. And she actually gave us, I'm gonna get this down, gave us this little medal, and it says Harley's Choice on the back of me. Harley's Choice. And she was Harley for the theme of the contest. And it was really sweet. She was like, "You guys were robbed. I want you guys to have this. I don't want you guys walking away from this," which was really sweet. Again, if you guys have any questions about our costume, feel free to leave something in the comments below. We have a Facebook page for the hunters. If we have anything new that pops up for us, like anything big, I don't know what that would entail yet, like another event that we're going to or anything like that, you can follow our Facebook page. I'll leave that in the description, probably as an annotation as well. I don't know if I can do Facebook. Anyways, so we have our Facebook page. I'll probably I'm having problems enunciating. I will probably post more videos on this channel about this costume, and probably about other costumes that I will be doing in the future. So please hit a like and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!